Good afternoon, students. Uh, in last class, we have seen how to protect the environment, right? So now we will see the methods of environmental conservation. Conservation means what? Conservation actually refers to the efforts of controlling the supply and use of resources to ensure the steady supply for a long time. Okay, so conservation means what? Efforts of controlling the supply and use of a resource to ensure its steady supply for a long time. And generally, it involves preservation, maintenance, sustainable utilization, restoration, and enhancement of natural resources. That is conservation. Now, there are different types of conservation like energy conservation, food conservation, soil conservation, air conservation, water, forest and wildlife conservation. So, there are different types of conservation. Mineral resources conservation, control and prevention. So, there are different types of conservations. How we can maintain, how we can preserve all these resources. First thing is energy conservation. Energy conservation means what? Because see, it is ideal to reduce the consumption of power at home or work to conserve non-renewable resources. So, electric power which is generated mostly by burning fossil fuels, and the kitchen is also a place where significant amount of this electric power is used, right? So, energy, how we can prevent this energy? By using natural light as much as possible instead of using artificial light, natural light, sunlights. So, we can conserve then electric energy, because it's very clear that in kitchen, first thing is kitchen is a place where most of time this electric power is used. So instead of that electric power we should use natural light. Then we should purchase energy efficient appliances. Then when we are not use that room or whatever, turn off that switch. That may be light, fan, television, refrigerator, which is not in use. Unnecessary, don't use the electricity. Then use a programmable or smart thermostat in case an electric heater is in use. Use a pressure cooker to save energy during cooking. Then avoid using the oven in summer. Instead, we can use a microwave oven or a toaster oven. Wash laundry in cold water and hang dry it. Don't wash in hot water. Try to wash in cold water and hang to dry. Then put a lid on vessels while cooking to use, because if you have put a lid, then what will happen? It will cook faster. Food will cook faster. So that is also energy efficiency. Next is you can use electrical appliances such as air conditioner, which electrical appliances we are usually using, like geyser, heater, dryer, immersion rods, right? Refrigerator, geysers. So these things you use only when necessary. Keep the temperature of the refrigerator at 2 to 3 degrees centigrade. Don't keep its door open for a long time. Then use public transport or carpool for traveling. This is energy conservation. Next is food conservation. Food conservation, how you can conserve the foods. If organic food is a renewable resource, ensure that its supply lasts for a long time is important. What is the expiry time? So that you see, so that it can last for a long time. Food preservation has been one of the earliest conservation efforts made to ensure that viable food is not wasted. Food is in the constant danger of spoilage due to the harmful bacteria and other microorganisms. So under natural condition, food can turn unusable quickly. Hence, food is stored in warehouses on a large scale and in refrigerators at home. Next is soil conservation. How will you conserve the soils? By afforestation, prevention of overgrazing, right? Construction of dams, planting shrubs and trees in desert. You can preserve the soil. Controlling the flow of rainwater in drains and rivers. Applying agricultural practices such as contour plowing, terrace farming, key line design. So these are the sources by which you can conserve the soil. Then water conservation, how you can protect the water. To protect the water from pollution, you can include the treatment of industrial water before it is discharged into the drains and rivers, right? Then rainwater harvesting you can do, redistributing water you can do, okay, recycling wastewater, renovating traditional sources of water, then changing the crop pattern, increasing the forest so that water can be preserved. Then flood management, geothermal, use the geothermal water. So these are the things by which you can conserve the water, you can protect, you can prevent the water, you can preserve the water. Next is air conservation. Air conservation, how you can conserve how you can protect save the air by maintaining automobiles to reduce emission, using scrubbers in the chimneys of thermal power plants, using electrostatic precipitators, using low VOC or water-based paints, using CNG in vehicles instead of petrol, diesel. You should use CNG. Carpooling to reduce the number of vehicles on the roads. Try to use public transport. Increasing the height of chimneys installed in factories. So these are the things